Hi, in the second phase of version 3.0, we'll be getting the brand new 5-star Aglaea. The summon archetype has been a long time coming, and with it also includes the brand new remembrance path. But does this being the first DPS of the remembrance path make her worth it to pull? Well, here are 3 cool things and 3 annoying things to consider before you pull for Aglaea. Before we start, I'll be giving away 2 supply passes / welcome moon to my subscribers at 7k subs, so make sure you subscribe. To begin, if you don't know what Aglaea does, I have a guide, link in the description, but in a nutshell, she is an ice remembrance unit that deals very frequent DPS alongside her summon due to scaling of speed. Her Memo Sprite, GM, does damage in Blast and increases in speed with a stack, takes action when first summoned, and regenerates energy when disappearing. Her skill summons GM or heals it to half if it's summoned already. Her ultimate summons GM or heals it to full if summoned already. Additionally, it also makes Aglaea enter the ultimate state, which takes action, gains speed depending on GM stacks, and enhances her basic attack. Her talent makes her attacks also apply Seam Stitch when GM is on the field and deal more damage towards them, and her technique does damage in AoE, regenerates energy, and applies Seam Stitch. All in all, Aglaea has a rather complex kit, but considering that she is our first remembrance unit, this actually might be quite tame. Speaking of which, that brings us onto the 3 cool things about Aglaea. Aglaea is our first limited 5-star remembrance unit. It has been a long time coming, but the rumors are true. There is in fact a brand new path in Star Rail. Being the first remembrance DPS means that many future content will be catered towards her, making her quite a useful pull if you're missing DPSs. Otherwise, if you just want to stay ahead of the curve into the new summon meta, she will be a great addition to your account as well. And who knows, maybe you may not like the future remembrance characters, or they won't be necessarily that much stronger than her. Aglaea is our first unit that directly scales off speed, and that means that alongside simply getting more turns to do damage, it also means that she also does straight up more damage, not losing the potential damage of attack boots. Although together this means that while she won't be hitting as hard as other top DPSs per hit, she hits a lot more often than most other DPSs, resulting in matching or even higher total DPS. Not to mention, if she is given enough correct tools, her uptime will be relatively high as well, making her an extremely potent DPS. Speaking of frequent attacks, Aglaea has insane synergy with existing units. First and foremost, the most obvious one is Sunday. The summer meta is finally here, well, not quite, but regardless, we will finally see Sunday's kit fully in action. Despite Jinyuan being a good user of Sunday, there are still some hiccups in synergy, but Aglaea has no problem. Other units like Robin and RMC are also perfect matches with Aglaea as they really like units that attack really often, and Aglaea does just that. Also, Huohuo is also a very good unit that helps with her energy problems. So outright in the game, as soon as you get Aglaea, she will already have a pretty ideal team. But with all that being said, although having great synergy with existing characters is a big plus, Aglaea however doesn't only have great synergy with them, she's also quite reliant on them, which brings us onto the 3 annoying things about Aglaea. Aglaea is a very premium unit. Being the first limited remembrance unit means that there are new Litecoins for a new path. And in addition to being a DPS, this means that other than her signature, she doesn't really have many other options. In addition, her E1 is pretty much required to bring the full potential out of her as she does have some nasty energy cost, and her ideal teammates are basically her only teammates. Although other units will work, they are a lot weaker for Aglaea. Aglaea is also extremely hard to build. One big problem within her kit is that she does not gain any crit rate or damage innately in her kit. Only attack, so that means that alongside farming for a good crit ratio, if you want to perfect your Aglaea, you also need a lot of speed stats, and I mean a lot. The requirement can go well over 160 very easily. So the unfortunate truth is that not many people are able to perfectly build their Aglaea. And to rebuttal my first cool point, yes, ideally we don't see a huge power creep of Aglaea and she stays relevant for at least the duration of 3.x. But in reality, that is only wishful thinking, as being a DPS already makes it very prone to power creep, but also being the first in the brand new path where they are still looking to upgrade and experiment with what they can do makes it a prime target to be left forgotten.